Thanks for joining me today for Strength and Stretch. Let's get started with a warm-up. We're going to start with a march in place, standing up nice and tall, thinking about our posture, shoulders back, abdominals tight. Hamstring curls, we're going to kick our heel back, tightening the muscles on the back of our leg. Step back and press. Alternating feet. Step your foot back, press your arms forward. Overhead reaches side to side. Reach and tap. Lengthening out the side of our body as we stretch down that rib cage, all the way down to the hip. And take it across. Reach and rotate. Big arm circles. Other direction. Ankle circles. Other direction. And other leg. Other direction. Set it back down, side to side step over. So we're gonna pretend like we've got an obstacle here in the center, and we wanna pick up our foot and step up and over. That second foot, we've gotta step over the obstacle as well. We can't step through, we've gotta step over. This is an important mobility exercise, balance exercise. All right, coming back to the center. Back step and open. So we're gonna step back with one foot, turn, look to the back, turning back to the front, step in, other side. Turn it back in. On everything we work on today, I want you to listen to your body, Make modifications as you need to keep yourself safe and to make the most out of today's workout. One more. Take the arms, reach up overhead and pull down. Bring the hands in front and open. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take your feet shoulder width apart, and we're gonna go into our first set of squats today. So we're hinging at our hips, sitting back like we were gonna sit in a chair and come back up. Sit back and come up. One more. Very good. We're going to move on to our first plank today. So we're coming over to our chair or another raised surface. You could use a countertop in your home. So we're going to place our hands on our chair. We want our shoulders right over our wrist. We're going to step our feet back, abdominals tight. We want a straight line from our head to our feet. We're going to pull our knee in and hold using our abdominals. Step it back, other side. Pull it in and hold. Step back, 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 two more, in and hold. Step back, last one, in and hold. Step back. Let's walk it all the way back up and roll it back up. We're going to pick up one weight. All right, so we're going to do our side lunge and lateral raise. So we're going to step out, step it back in, bring that arm out to the side. So as we step out, we're keeping this other leg straight. And you're sitting back with your hips. So this is what it's going to look like from the side. Bending at the hips, always keeping a straight spine. Very good. Let's take our feet shoulder width apart. We've got some more squats here. We're going to hinge at the hips, sit back in our squat, come up, lift up overhead, squat, and lift. One more. We're going to move on to our row. So let's take one foot forward, other foot back. We're going to bend at the hips. We want a straight spine. And we're going to pull our elbow back, squeezing our shoulder blade back, keeping our abdominals tight. Hold it back. We're going to keep our elbow here and go into a tricep extension. So we're lengthening our arm, tightening the muscles on the back of our arm. One more, and roll it back up. Turning, holding our weight with both hands. Let's start at one hip. We're going to go up and across to the other corner. Using our abdominals, Getting a nice rotation here. One more. Very good. Let's switch our weight to our other hand. Side lunge and lateral raise. So stepping out, hinging at the hips, step it back in and lift. Side lunge and raise. One more. All right, let's take the feet shoulder width apart again. Squat to overhead raise. So hinging at the hips, drop down, lift that weight up. Drop down and lift up. One more. All right, let's step back with the same foot as the arm we're working. Hinging at the hips, straight spine, and row. Pull that elbow back, squeeze your shoulder blade back. We're working our upper back muscles here. One more, we're gonna hold it back, tricep extension, lengthen that arm back. Always keeping a tight, strong core. Last one, and roll it up. Holding our weight with both hands. Starting at that hip, up and across. Very good. All right, you can set your weight down. We're gonna go into our second plank. So again, shoulders right over the hands, step the feet back, tight core, pull your knee in and hold. Step it back, knee in and hold. Step it back, in and hold. Step it back, in and hold. Step it back, in and hold, back, in and hold. Last two, in, take it back, in, take it back. Walk it back up, and roll it up. Let's pick up both of our weights. All right, turning our hands over for bicep curls. We've got 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's step back with one foot. You can choose whichever one is more comfortable for you. We're gonna hinge at the hips and we're gonna row with both arms this time. So straight spine, shoulders roll back, abdominals tight, pull your elbows back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Last one, coming all the way back up. Step that foot in, feet shoulder width apart, regular squats. Sit back with your hips and come up. Last one. We're gonna lift both weights up overhead for triceps. Bending at the elbows and press. Bend and press. Tightening the muscles on the back of our arms. Two more. We're gonna bring our weights in front. Little bend at the knees, just soft knees, and we're gonna twist side to side, looking over our shoulder. We're trying to keep our hips in place. Last one. Very good. Let's set our weights down. All right, we've got alternating back lunge. If you need something to help with balance here, you can use a chair. You could use a counter in your home. Whatever's going to make you feel more secure in this exercise. So let's start with one foot. We're going to step back, drop down into our lunge, step it back up, and switch other side. And I'm going to turn so you can see this both directions. So when we lunge, we don't want to be dropping our head forward. We want to stay nice and tall. And think about bending that back knee to bring us down. And that's going to look different for everybody, so you choose what that looks like for you today. It might be just a back step. That's okay too. One more. Very good. Let's pick up our weights. Forward raises. We're bringing our arms up to shoulder height and back down. One more. Upright rows. Elbows come out to the sides. Weights lift in front of our body. Hammer curls. Our palms are facing our body. Bring the weights up towards the shoulders. We're going for 15 here. Three, 2, and 1. Set your weights down. All right, feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna do a squat hold here. So hinging at your hips, sit back in that squat position and hold. Bring it back up. 2 more. Sit back with the hips and hold. And bring it back up. Last one, sit back and hold. And bring it back up. All right, let's pick up our band. We're gonna lift it up overhead for pull down. So we're working our upper back muscles. Think about pulling your shoulder blades down and back. Like we're trying to rip this band apart. Last one. Very good. All right. We're going to have a seat with our band. So I hope you have a place to sit. We're gonna wrap our band around our lap. So we're sitting up nice and tall. Band starts on top. We're gonna wrap it under and pull it back up. Then we're gonna walk our feet out just a little bit to make some tension in our hips. And then we're gonna press our knees out to the sides. Four, three, two, and one. Walk your feet back in. Pick up your band. We're gonna bring it under our feet for row and rotation. So we're pulling one elbow back, turn to look over your shoulder, and bring it back out. Other side, pull it back. Pull it back. Working our upper back, working our core, working our mobility. Those head turns are important. You want to keep that movement. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to pull both elbows back and hold. Squeezing our shoulder blades together. Bring our hands out slowly. 3, 2, 1. Back and hold. Out slow. 3, 2, 1. Back and hold. Out slow. 3, 2. Last one. Back and hold. Out slow. 3, 2, 1. Let's pick up our band. We're gonna hold it in front. Walk our hands in. Elbows are out to the side. Tricep extension. Starting with just one arm, we're gonna press it out. Lengthening that arm out to the side. Working the muscles on the back of your arm. Always thinking about our posture in all of our exercises. So when we're seated, we're always thinking about sitting nice and tall. Shoulders back, abdominals tight. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the other side. Press it out. Three, 2, and 1. All right, let's set our band down. I think we've got time for our bicycle. So we're gonna scoot forward in our chair. I'm gonna turn it to the side and make sure you can see me. And we're gonna lean back, trying to not touch the back of our chair, but if we need to touch, that's okay. So we're gonna pick up our feet off the ground and cycle. It's a long one. Up that hill. 3, 2, 1. Feet down. All right, we've got sit-ups. So we're at the edge of our chair again. We're gonna lean back. Try to not touch the back of the chair. Engaging those abdominals, keeping you tight, and lift back up. Lean it back and come up. Lean back. And come up. These muscles are going to help us keep our balance if we were to be falling out of a chair. So important muscles here to keep us safe. One more, and we're gonna switch our movement side to side. So same idea. Now we're going side to side and using those muscles to keep us from falling out of our chair. These are our obliques on the sides of our abdominals. One more. All right, high knee raises. So we're gonna lift our knees up. Like on everything, you choose your level. So this might be just a little hop off the ground, or it might be a big knee raise. So you choose where you're at today. Using your abdominals, let's lift those legs. Here we go. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. You've done it. So we're gonna stretch. You've made it to the good stuff. All right, so we're scooted to the edge of our chair. We're gonna take one leg out straight, hinging at our hips. We're gonna stretch the back of the leg. So we wanna keep our spine long here. We don't wanna round our shoulders trying to reach for the toe. We wanna stay nice and long and just thinking about that hinge of the hips to get that stretch. Let's roll it back up. We're gonna take the other leg out straight, hinging at the hips. And roll it back up. Lift one knee, ankle circles. Sitting up nice and tall. Other direction. And then let's take that foot and you can cross it over your ankle or over your lap. We're trying to open that hip up. Sitting nice and tall. Again, we can add a forward hinge. Not rounding our shoulders and our back here. We want to feel this in our hip on the side we've got bent. Stretching our glutes. Stretching our hip, and let's set that foot back down. We're gonna lift our other knee, sitting up tall, ankle circles. Other direction. And let's cross it over. Again, might be over the ankle, might be over the lap. We wanna first start with just trying to open the hips. We might be staying right here, but if we want to get a little bit more stretch there, we can add that hip hinge. And let's set that foot back down. We're gonna interlace our fingers and press through, rounding our spine. And then open the arms up, looking up at the ceiling, stretching out the front of the shoulders and the chest. Again, let's press through again, rounding and open. Getting some nice mobility in our upper back and our chest. Good, let's bring one arm down to our side, reach the other arm up overhead for a side bend. Over to the other side, reach, stretching down the side of the body. Let's bring that arm down and twist. So we're gonna use our chair, use our leg, turn and look over our shoulder. Over to the other side, turn. Turning back to the front, we're gonna stand up and come around to the back of our chair. So placing our hands on the back of the chair, we're gonna walk our feet back and stretch out our back and shoulders. Let's walk it up slowly, rolling up through the spine, stretching out the front of the thigh. You can pick up your foot and hold, or you can step back in a lunge stretch, whichever one feels better for you today, but we're trying to stretch those muscles on the front of our thigh. Bring it back to the start, other side, lift that foot or step back into our lunge. back to the start. Big deep breath, bring your arms up and breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. One more, breathe in, hands together and breathe out. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day.